interesting about that is that in Philadelphia, there are so many studies, and everyone did such an awesome job yesterday and today talking about the statistics. But if you look at the statistics in light of everything else, there's only a small amount of Philadelphians or people around that are doing wrong things. Philadelphia far more, it exists far more for people who are law-abiding, God-fearing people that are community-oriented. The problem is the few get more media play than the many. So that law is at work right now. When you turn on it, and there are all these different jokes about Philadelphia. We weren't the most urban city with the homicide rate, but we came in there and they just made it look that bad because the law of the few was dominating the real mindsets of the many. Influence is defined as the capacity or power to be compelling and to force or produce behavior, actions, and opinions. And right now, we're literally dealing with the forces of opinions of a few people that are driving the many. The second law was the law of stickiness. Now, I thought this was very, very important because right now, if anyone has children, I could start singing the Barney song and we all could join in, simply because of the law of stickiness. This law dictates that whatever we inundate your mindset with, we can drive your behavior with what we cause you to believe. Right now in America, the average young person under the age of 18 sees about 240 commercials per day. That averages out to about 1,680 commercials on a weekly basis. That's what's driving. I have children. My children are driving my income and my economics right now because of commercials. They see it, they want it, and the advertisers are very candid in the way they present that. The third law is the law of context. The law of context is that the moral of the current culture is so low that this in turn produces a breeding ground for deeper layers of issues, particularly in Philadelphia. Gladwin says, the environment and the circumstances that breed and foster an ideas epidemic give license to more of the same negative behavior. In other words, context means whatever we see the most, we begin to mimic because of particularly what the media puts out, what BET, as we talked about last night. They're putting out these images and we're seeing it and we're mirroring it, whether we believe we are